So it's been a hot minute since the last update to this channel. I kind of uploaded a YouTube trailer, kind of like, this is what you can expect from my channel, and then I dipped. So, not a good start. But I'll always defend the fact that I never want to record or upload videos if I'm not feeling it, if I don't feel passionate or ready to record a video. I don't want to record some half-assed, passionless video and then upload it just for the sake of having something to upload to the channel. So if you're still here, fantastic. And if you left because you were fed up with my sporadic updating, fair enough. But we're gonna do another TikTok books video anyway. The only good thing I can say about it being a hot minute since I did one of these videos is that I can't remember anything to do with the TikTok videos I've downloaded, because I downloaded a good few of these TikTok books videos on to my phone because I was preparing to record a video before I kind of lost steam. So I have material that I downloaded last year, but I can't remember anything to do with any of it. So it's like a new experience for us all. I'm re-experiencing what I found, and you guys are getting to, I was going to say enjoy, but if you're anything like me, this is going to be just as much torture for you as it is for me. But we'll get into it anyway. Okay. I remember when I downloaded this one, I downloaded it because I thought, ooh, lesbians. I was like, I love me a good lesbian. As a lesbian myself, I do enjoy the odd gay love story. In fact, I say the odd gay love story, predominantly my reading material is usually LGBT fiction. But videos like this just prove to us that LGBT fiction has just as much capability of being cringy as the heterosexual fiction. It is not just an exclusive heterosexual thing. It is a majority heterosexual thing. Like, you will see mainly straight romance books pop up on TikTok and Facebook with these embarrassing lines and these graphic scenes, but it just goes to show that LGBT people are just as much capable of being cringe as everybody else. Isn't that reassuring? And honestly, I like to think that I was kind of a prime example of that anyway, so it's just nice for that to be reinforced. We're all just cringe together. We're not using the C word in a romantic sense. Please don't use the C word in a romantic sense. And I'm saying C word because fucking YouTube doesn't give a shit. Don't say cunt when you're writing an erotic scene. Cunt is such an awful word. Like, it's not like. But then I'm talking about my own, like, preferences. Maybe there is someone out there who likes to hear the word cunt whenever you're in the moment, completely bypassing the fact that this character is fucking a monster. This is monster porn. If you didn't pick up from the video, the nice little subtitles section that we got there. This is monster porn. Not sure what type of monster. Could be an octopus, could be a werewolf, could be a vampire, but it is very much monster porn. I say vampire or werewolf, that's not really more of monster porn. Monster porn is more of Lovecraftian creature kind of porn, like tentacles or wings or like massive teeth kind of monsters. It's not like vampires or werewolves kind of thing. That's more of the Twilight supernatural kind of stuff, which unfortunately is a lot more in the realm of popularity at the minute than monsters. Although Shape of Water kind of broke the mold with that, maybe we'll get more in the oncoming years. Justice for the monsters. Need to see them more than Edward Cullen. It's always the knife emoji. They always knife emoji somebody in these ads. I know it's to bypass like TikTok's like filters, like I've had to say unalive quite a few times instead of dies in my TikToks, but it's just so funny that they use the knife emoji. Like, the first video I did for the TikTok books was he knife emojied my family, and now I think he knife emojied her ex-husband, or he threatened I knife emoji her ex-husband, because obviously the guy who threatens to kill people is a lot better than the abusive ex-husband, and is totally not going to end up being abusive himself at all. He just threatens to kill because he loves. I worry about women who read these books sometimes and want this kind of thing. I really do. I really do. Because if you think that he is not going to be abusive too, or eventually turn to be abusive, then you're really deluding yourself, sweetie. I wish I could do that too. I wish I could be that just blind. It sounds nice. Every time I see these ones, it reminds me of the sibling thing. We've talked about the sibling thing before, where it's like everyone who's read, like, who's written or read or desired a book with like twin brothers or brothers wanting the same girl or brothers fucking each other or shipping siblings together kind of thing, that it's very likely that they don't have a sibling themselves. The people who write these hot new boss dad's best friend things, they must have lonely dads or dads who don't have friends, because every time I think of the friends that my dad has and then the thought of like being pursued by them, it gives me the skeeves, it creeps me out. And I'm sure my dad would be pretty fucking pissed too. My dad would go mad. I don't know about anyone else's dad, but my dad would not be amused at all if he found out that kind of shit was happening with a friend of his. And I know it does happen, and I know it is possible for that kind of thing to happen, but like, I just don't understand how anyone like thinks up this scenario. Like, imagine my dad had a hot new friend. Why can't you just write a book where you meet a hot guy? Why does the dad's friend thing have to come into it? Is that the forbidden aspect? Because I understand the forbidden stuff. I do, trust me. It's just, why add the family bit? The family bit makes it weird. Really weird. Get your forbidden kicks from something else, please. I'm begging. I'm begging. I love the little finishing flag that showed up there. Because they can't say orgasm, so they do the little finishing flag instead. But when he's like, when it's like, keep your eyes open there, I just imagine someone like, all you gotta do is keep your eyes open. And I completely took me out of it, although I always get taken out of these things. Like, I've never seen any of these TikToks and been like, wow, that sounds like it's good erotica, I'm gonna buy that or look into that. There's always something or some sort of element that takes me out of it personally. But it must work on some people, because these videos get loads of likes. Like, these videos are, they get the intended effect that they go for. Like, people want it. People comment, people like. There are some people, like, I think on that monster one that I shared, there were people in the comments being like, what the fuck? Like, what's happening kind of thing. So every so often they go too far. But this is not one of them, because this is one of the very basic ass porn, I'll take over for you, baby, kind of thing. Like, he can take over whenever you can't do it anymore, and he'll be in charge and fill your heart's desires through the ever popular performance of sex. Betty has zero personality as well. Like I bet you, like, everything that gets described about him is just his appearance. Like, and maybe he does like the basic ass thing of opening a door for her, and that just justifies everything else that he does, because that's usually the case in these books. Like, oh well, he did smack a woman, but he opened the door for me, so he's a good guy, and he's great at sex. So what else do you need? Oh, every time it says Annie said, I get scared. I'm like, what's he gonna say? It's like, what is he gonna say? What is it? And are you collared? Is exactly the kind of horrendous shit that I was expecting. And just every time these videos say he walked over and said, there's always a pause, and it's like, what did he say? And it's always terrible. It's always dog shit. Oh my god. Again, we've talked about the influence 50 Shades of Grey has had on the Dom community and the fan. I always say fan fiction. My instinct is always to say fan fiction. The fiction that people write in terms of the Dom community in particular, because of 50 Shades of Grey, just always gives me the bad vibes. Like, I just have trust issues. Like, I can never trust that something is a good representation of dub sub, dom sub relationships because of 50 Shades of Grey. EL James gave me trust issues. So when I see shit like this, it could be the best written Dom sub story ever, and I just couldn't trust it because E.L. James has just ruined it for me. So you can blame her for my distrust and my uneasiness, and Sunstone will be the only one I'll ever trust ever. Which I'm always plugging whenever I talk about Dom and sub stories, but it's a good comic, so I'll never stop recommending it. Particularly since 50 Shades of Grey is so popular and Sunstone deserves better. There's the family thing again, the family dynamic. Why would you want two brothers and then their dad? Some some fetishes and some desires just baffle me. Like, why do you want a whole family trying? Particularly their dad. And it just makes me wonder, like, what these people's family dynamics are like. There's definitely daddy issues going on. There has to be daddy issues going on. It's always either mommy or daddy issues. But considering the fact that this is writing about dads, that's why I'm just making the jump to assume daddy issues. But oh my lord, it's a problem. I mean, like, please go to a therapist. Stop subjecting us to this. I don't even know what to call it. It's so bizarre. Like, the whole family's having a go trying to get her to experience her first orgasm. Get the mum in, why not? Let the mum have a go. Maybe she's the one who'll get her to experience the first orgasm. Why not just get, like, the aunts and the uncles involved too? Get the third cousin twice removed to have a go as well. If we're letting the whole family have a go, why not? It's just bizarre. And it has a market, and I know I'm just not that market, and I always feel like I have to elaborate on that in these videos. I am not the market for these books. Even the LGBT one, I'm not the market for these types of books. And I understand that these videos are just for fun, and I'm never going to understand this brand of literature. I just find these videos hilarious, and the way they advertise themselves as hilarious, and and you can always notice the same photos. Like, I'm sure you noticed in a couple of those videos it had the same photos and stuff like that. Sometimes they have the same music. They're all branded the same way because it works. And to all of these authors, get your bag. Like, if this stuff makes you money, you get your bag and you get that money. I'm not going to judge you for that. In fact, good for you, because it's what all of us writers want. We want to be able to find a niche that not only do we enjoy writing, but that we can make money from. So if this works for you, if writing this stuff works for you, go get your bag, sis. I'm not going to stop you. I just don't get it. And I find it fun to poke a little bit of fun at it, because that's what putting things into the public domain is for. Maybe someday I'll make a video dumping on my own book. Then other people can't complain about that either. That actually sounds like it'd be really fun. Might do that someday. I have a character called Master Bateman, so we can start there. And it wasn't even done on purpose. That's it for this video, guys. I don't know how often I'll be uploading, but I'll try to not leave it months and months and months. Let me know what you think down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't do any of that if you don't want to. I don't want you there if you don't want to be there. That includes buying my book. Check it out. It's a Kindle exclusive now and free on Kindle Unlimited if you have that. So if you have that, it's a free book. Why not? Again, don't do it if you don't want to. Why would you do it if you don't want to? That's just weird. And I'll see you next time, guys. And remember, don't send any hate to these authors. Like I said, they're getting their bag. They're doing what all of us authors wish we could do. Just no hate, okay? I don't condone hate. If you send hate, you're a loser, and why would you want to be a loser? So, bye-bye.